if you've always been the strong one, the one who holds it together, the one others lean on, and lately something inside you is quietly falling apart, your chart might be trying to tell you something. Between the ages 38 and 45, three major astrological transits arrive almost at the same time. Uranus opposite Uranus, Neptune squaring Neptune, and your Saturn opposition. And these don't just time random life events, they time the exact moment when the strength that saved you earlier in life stops working. Today I'm showing you the three signs that these transits are showing up and what your chart is actually asking you to let go of. So first, let me explain what's happening astrologically around midlife, because this isn't just random timing. Uranus returns to the exact opposite point from where it was when you were born. Uranus breaks apart structures that have become too rigid. It forces the question, is this life actually mine, or am I living someone else's version of what I should be? Neptune squares itself, dissolving your sense of meaning and identity. Everything that felt solid and defined starts to feel foggy. You lose the story you've always been telling about who you are. Saturn opposes itself, testing every structure and responsibility you've been carrying. It asks, what am I holding that's no longer mine to hold? What duty am I performing that's actually just old conditioning? These three transits happening within a few years of each other, that's no coincidence. Your chart is timing a complete psychological reorganization. And if you've built your identity on being strong, capable, and holding it together, these transits are going to dismantle that. Here are the three signs that this is happening. The first sign is that your body has stopped cooperating with your willpower. You used to be able to push through late nights, emotional labor, holding space for everyone. Your body just did it. But now the fatigue is different. It's not, I need a vacation tired. It's, I don't recognize myself tired. You wake up exhausted. Your nervous system feels fried. There's unexplained pain, digestive issues, or this constant background anxiety. Astrologically, this is Uranus. Uranus is breaking apart the old structures, including the structure of your body's willingness to subside, a life built on pushing. For years, being strong was adaptive, being the capable one, the one who can handle anything that kept you safe. It earned you value. But your Uranus opposition is saying that survival strategy is complete, and I'm not letting you use your body to keep it going. Somatically, here's what's happening. Your nervous system has been in a state of chronic activation, constantly managing, regulating, holding, but it can't sustain that forever. Your body isn't failing you. It's withdrawing its cooperation because it knows this version of strength has become a cage. Uranus in your chart is asking, can you let your body rest without it being a crisis? Can you stop pushing and trust that you won't fall apart? The second sign is that understanding your patterns doesn't change them anymore. You've done the therapy, you've read the books, you can name your attachment style, your childhood wounds, your nervous system responses. And yet, nothing shifts. You understand why you people please, but you still do it. You know you're overgiving, but you can't stop. You can articulate exactly how you became the strong one, but that insight doesn't free you. Astrologically, this is Neptune. Neptune square Neptune dissolves meaning. And for years, insight gave you meaning. Understanding yourself felt like progress. It felt like healing. But Neptune is asking you to let go of the story, even the therapeutic story, and actually feel what you've been intellectualizing. Psychologically, this is what Jung called the shift from ego work to shadow work. Insight is ego work. It's your conscious mind understanding patterns. But shadow work requires you to feel what you've been defending against. And that's terrifying, because the strength you built was often a defense mechanism against feeling powerless, needy, or dependent. Insight lets you understand the pattern without dissolving the defense. But Neptune doesn't care about your insights. Neptune wants you to surrender to what you don't know, to what you can't control, to what you can only feel. Your Neptune square is asking, can you stop trying to understand your way through this and start feeling your way through it? The third sign is that you're tired of being yourself. Not in a depressed way, not in a I hate my life way, but in a this version of me has finished its work way. The personality you built, responsible, insightful, capable, the one who holds it together, it used to feel like you, but now it feels like a role you're performing. You're exhausted by being the strong one, the wise one, the one everyone comes to. And sometimes you fantasize about just disappearing. Not dying, just not having to be this person anymore. Astrologically, this is Saturn. The Saturn opposition asks, what structure of self am I maintaining out of a duty instead of desire? You built this identity, the strong one, because it worked. It got you belonging. It made you valuable. It kept you safe. But Saturn at midlife doesn't care about what worked before. It asks, is this still true? Or are you just performing an outdated version of yourself because you're afraid of what happens if you stop? From a Jungian perspective, this is the midlife ego death. The persona you build in the first half of life, the one designed to succeed in the external world, starts to feel too small for what's trying to emerge in the second half. You're not broken, you're outgrowing. Your Saturn opposition is asking, can you let this version of yourself die? Can you trust that something more authentic can emerge if you stop performing strength? So if you're recognizing yourself in these three signs, here's what's actually happening. Your Uranus opposition is breaking apart the structures. Your Neptune square is dissolving the meaning you made from those structures. And your Saturn opposition is testing whether you're willing to let the old identity die. All three transits are working together to reorganize you from a survival-based identity to a soul-based one, from ego strength to authentic presence, from holding it together to being held by something larger than willpower. But here's what makes this so disorienting. These transits don't come with instructions, they come with sensations, like exhaustion, disorientation, a quiet falling apart that your mind wants to fix, but your body refuses to let you bypass. And this is where most people get stuck. Because we try to use the old tools, more willpower, more insight, more healing modalities, to fix what's actually asking to be dismantled. We treat this as a problem when it's actually a threshold. And crossing that threshold requires understanding what your chart is asking for now, what your transits are timing, what your body is signaling, what patterns you're being asked to release. And to help with this, I created a full guide that breaks down exactly what's happening during these midlife transits, psychologically, somatically, and astrologically. It's called Why Being the Strong One Stops Working at Midlife and What Your System is Actually Asking For. In it, I go deeper into all three midlife transits and what each one is asking you to release, why your body stops cooperating and what it's reorganizing, the Jungian framework for this ego death and rebirth, what to do when strength itself becomes what has to die, and it's completely free. The link is in the description and pinned comment. If you're in these transits and you're ready to understand what your chart is asking for, not just survive it, I'd recommend you download the guide. And let me know in the comments which sign resonated most. Is it the body exhaustion, the inside fatigue, or the personality exhaustion? Thanks for being here. I'll see you next week.